This video demonstrates the installation and configuration of compute service on controller node. For this installation, the controller node IP is 10.30.1.10, and the compute node IP is 10.30.1.9. The process includes creation of databases, granting necessary permissions, creating a Nova user, service entity, and endpoints, Nova packages installation, Nova configuration, and database population. You may take down this overview in your course notebook. Type MySQL to get into the MariaDB prompt. Next, we are going to create three databases: Nova _API, Nova, Nova _cell 0. The commands are create database Nova _API, create database Nova, create database Nova _cell 0. Next, we need to provide proper access to the databases. Grant all privileges on Nova.start2, Nova at 10.30.1.10, identified by Nova. Grant all privileges on Nova.start2, Nova at %, identified by Nova. Grant all privileges on Nova _API.start2, Nova at %, identified by Nova. Grant all privileges on Nova _API.start2, Nova at 10.30.1.10, identified by Nova. Grant all privileges on Nova _cell 0.start2, Nova at 10.30.1.10, identified by Nova. Grant all privileges on Nova _cell 0.start2, Nova at %, identified by Nova. Type exit to quit MariaDB prompt. Remember, you need to replace the password Nova with another strong password in production cloud environment. Type .admin_creds, to source the admin credentials, to gain access to admin-only CLI commands. Next we need to create compute service credentials, that is, create a Nova user, and create a Nova service entity. The command to create Nova user is openstack user create -- domain space default space -- password -- prompt space Nova. Type a password. Now, a user named Nova is created in the default domain. To create a Nova service entity, type openstack service create -- namespace Nova -- description space openstack compute space compute. Now, a service entity named Nova is created with the description openstack compute. Remember, service entities represent web services in the OpenStack deployment, and it may have one or more endpoints associated with it. OpenStack uses 3 API endpoint variants for each service: admin, internal, and public. The admin API endpoint allows modifying users and tenants by default, while the public and internal APIs do not allow these operations. In a production environment, the variants might reside on separate networks that service different types of users for security reasons. For instance, the public API network might be visible from the internet so customers can manage their clouds. The admin API network might be restricted to operators within the organization that manages cloud infrastructure. The internal API network might be restricted to the hosts that contain OpenStack services. Also, OpenStack supports multiple regions for scalability. For simplicity, this installation uses the management network for all endpoint variations, and the default region 1 region. Now, let us create the endpoints for Nova service entity. Type openstack endpoint create -- region space region 1 space compute space public, http://10.30.1.10:8774, v2.1. Now, public endpoint is created. Repeat this command, to create admin and internal endpoints. Now, let us install compute service components. The command is apt install nova-api, nova-conductor, nova-no-vnc proxy, nova-scheduler. Now, let us edit the etc/nova/nova.conf file to complete the configurations. Locate API_database section, and add connection, equal to, MySQL plus py MySQL :/nova, nova at 10.30.1.10/nova_API. Locate database section and add the same. Add transport_URL equal to /openstack rabbit_pass at 10.30.1.10:5672. In the default section, to configure RabbitMQ access. Next, in the API section, add auth_strategy equal to keystone. www_authenticate_URI equal to http://10.30.1.10:5000. Auth_URL equal to http://10.30.1.10:5000. MEMCH servers equal to 10.30.1.10:1211. Auth_type equal to password. Project_domain_name equal to default. User_domain_name equal to default. Project_name equal to service. Username equal to Nova, password equal to Nova. In the default section, configure the my_IP option to use the management interface IP address, 10.30.1.10, of the controller node. In the VNC section, configure the VNC proxy to use the management interface IP address of the controller node. In the glance section, configure the location of the image service API. API_server is equal to http://10.30.1.10:9292. In the Oslo_concurrency section, configure the lock path, that is, lock_path is equal to /var/lib/nova/tmp. In the placement section, configure access to the placement service. Region_name equal to region 1, project domain name equal to default, project_name equals service, auth type equals password, user domain name equals default, auth URL equal to http://10.30.1.10:5000, username equal to placement and password equal to placement. Next, populate the Nova API database. The command is su-s/bin/sh-c nova-manage API_db sync, Nova. Next, register the cell 0 database. Create the cell 1 cell. Populate the Nova database. Verify Nova cell 0 and cell 1 are registered correctly by issuing list cells command. Finally, restart the compute services. The commands are service nova-API restart, service nova-scheduler restart, service nova-conductor restart, service nova-nov-nc proxy restart. Write down the answers for these questions in course notebook. What is the recommended configuration of admin, internal and public API endpoints in a large-scale production environment? Write down all the configurations of /etc/nova/nova.conf file, carried out in this video, with a brief description for each section. What is the use of Oslo concurrency library? What are cells in OpenStack deployment? Write a high-level summary of various operations performed during the installation and configuration of compute service on controller node.